everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I will be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Wriothesley. Wriothesley was never someone to call himself clingy, but some days he felt like he may as well be. He misses you dearly, and you don't stay on the fortress the entire time, and he barely comes up the surface. And sometimes you'll be in a terrible mood and have some terrible days too. And that means during those days, if you're not a millipede, it's going to be hell for him. But if you are, be prepared for a very clingy Wriothesley. He's not usually like that, please don't judge him. But the thing is, he loves you so much. And sometimes he can't hold back on that. And that means that some days he'll be wrapping his arms around you from out of nowhere and taking you to the couch, wearing his face into the crook of your neck. Leon, we're just staying like this right now. What? Come on, Wriothesley, it's so early in the day, we can't be doing this. But we are. What's really stopping us? And it's not like you have a good response when it comes to that. There is nothing stopping you. Nothing that you want to stop you either. You want him, and you want to spend your time with him. So, of course you can't refuse. You find yourself just sighing softly and nodding, wrapping your arms around him, and letting out a soft sigh, running your fingers through his hair. And soon he begins to relax too, all the tension in his body leaving him. Finally, because now he can do this. He can relax and rest. Now that you're here with him, he's got nothing to worry about. And he's relieved to have you for that. To have someone he can rely on. Someone who loves him and cares for him in a way that nobody else ever could. And that's how he drifts off in the middle of the day, with you just watching over him so fondly, as it is something he never does. But right now, you will allow for it, if only because he looks so adorable. Childe. Now, Childe's a whole other story. He can be difficult, he can be completely confusing, but he loves you, and you know that too well. You know he's also a little bit clingy sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes he'll be having those horrible days where he needs you, and sometimes you will have a completely normal day where he just wants to spend some extra time with you. It doesn't matter what's the reason, because if he's feeling clingy, then you're about to get that experience of being hugged so tight that you probably could not leave. And right now, as he held you, you could only experience that. And you looked at him, pouting. Childe, you're about to suffocate me here. What? I'm not gonna suffocate you. Don't say that. I just miss you, Ion. You know, I've been working quite a lot. And maybe it doesn't seem like it, I understand. But I miss you. And you know how much I love you, darling. And you know he loves you. You know so much because he never fails to show it. And that's how it's so easy to break your own resolve. When he looks at you so cutely, when he loves you so much and holds you so dearly to his own heart that you can't reject anything he says. Fine, fine, but could you just for a moment stop looking at me like that? It's hard to even just have a moment of thought when you're looking at me like a puppy. Like a puppy? Nobody ever told me I looked like a puppy before. I'm more likened to a fox. A fox? You know what? That works. Suits your hair and all. You say, kissing him, and he smiles. He's just gonna be all over you the entire day, and there's no way you're escaping from that, so don't even try it. And also, doesn't he look so cute when he's having so much fun? and he definitely deserves the rest. So at least give him that. It's the least you could do when he's always taken such good care of you. Which is why you let him lay his head on your lap and hold him close, deciding to be his home for today. Scaramouche. He's not clingy by any means, at all. And usually, he finds affection very difficult for him, not because he doesn't desire it. He desires it a lot. He wants affection. He just finds it difficult to receive and accept, and even more difficult to give. So, how would he be like when he's feeling clingy? Very difficult, because he can't even come to terms with those emotions. It's like he doesn't want to admit that he's feeling them in the first place. And it's a bit hilarious to watch him have that crisis, since he doesn't seem to want to admit that maybe, yes, he's being a little bit clingy and wants to be with you, to a little bit of maybe a bit too much. But it's fine, since you'll love his presence anyway. So, when he's being like that, you could only just wrap your arms around him. And you know too well when he's being clingy, because he will sit close to you. He will look at you often, like he's hesitating to ask something, like he just wants to, and he stops himself at last moment. So you are not going to torture him like that, although you do hope he learns in the future, and can learn to be a little bit more forward. For now, you were going to make things easy. And right now, as you pulled him close and wrapped your arms around him, and he blushed, but melted so warmly into your arms, so easily, like he belonged there all the time. You knew that he would come there eventually. You just wanted to be able to support him for now. And if he needed you, you were going to be there, without hesitation. And as you ran your fingers through his hair so gently and sweetly, he let out a soft sigh, closing his eyes and wrapping his arms around you tighter. He didn't want to let go of this fragile moment, this moment he's been seeking for a while now. And now that he's got it, prepare to be sitting like that for quite a while, since Scaramouche was not going to leave you anytime soon, especially not when you're so comfortable and warm. So yeah, there's no getting up anytime now.